Hey guys, my name is Cat Kerr, and today I'm going to be working on this craft plastic journal by Grafix, and I'm going to be making some scratch boards, which is basically a layer of color underneath, and then on top of it I'm going to add some black acrylic paint and then scratch it off and make a design. Now, when you're making scratch board, you do need to follow a couple of steps in order to ensure that that black layer of acrylic paint on top is going to come off smoothly. And so today I'm starting with some oil pastels, and that has to be on the bottom layer. And you can try using crayons and other brands of oil pastels. I've only used the Van Gogh and they seem to work just fine. So here I am just not really thinking about it. I'm just adding color and covering the entire surface of that white craft plastic. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of different pages, and I'm just going to add different color combinations to each one, and just picking out vibrant colors so that I'll be able to see them underneath the black. Now I'm going to mix up the ingredients for my black acrylic paint, and I only need some black acrylic paint as well as some dish soap. And I've done this a couple of times, and for me what's worked the best has been an equal amount of both the acrylic paint as well as the dish soap. And it's going to be pretty watery, and you want to mix it vigorously almost until the point where you see bubbles, and it's going to be very light and runny. Now once my mixture was ready, I started to apply it to the top of the oil pastel, and I noticed right away that it was a little bit more transparent than I wanted it to be. So you can most definitely add a little bit more of the black acrylic paint to make it more opaque, and I end up doing that right here, just adding a little bit more and thoroughly mixing it into the mixture. But you can also decide to just let that first layer dry and then adding a second layer to make it more opaque. Now once that top layer is dry, you can start scratching as much as you like. One of my favorite things that I like to do is use a stencil, and here I'm using one of my designs to scratch out that black acrylic paint using an awl, and I just love the way it looks. It's you can see all of that color underneath it. But you don't have to scratch all of it out. Here I'm using another stencil, and I'm just going around the outline of the stencil, and that also looks really beautiful. I also love making mandalas. It's very relaxing and therapeutic. And here I'm just adding some circles, and I'm creating different layers, and then I'm going to take that all and scratch different designs onto each layer. And I love seeing that color peek through from underneath. Now I chose to go with the craft plastic to make these scratch boards for a couple of reasons. You can use cardstock or any other substrate to do this. However, I knew I was going to be using this metal awl or sharp tool, and I didn't want to scratch away at the surface. And craft plastic is extremely durable, so I don't have to worry about damaging the substrate. And the second reason why I chose to use craft plastic to create these scratch boards is because if I am creating a design and I just don't like it, I can easily wipe it away. And in this case, I ended up just wiping it away with a cloth and then adding some alcohol to it to just clean it up, and then I can start again, and I love that flexibility. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and for more ideas on how to use Grafix Craft Plastic, make sure you visit grafixarts.com. Thanks for watching.